Welcome to How to Paint a Wall. The purpose of this training program is to provide knowledge and operative strategies that are applied in an interior room painting project. Do your walls look like this one? Are you ready to improve the appearance of your walls? Maybe you've had some previous experience. How did it go? The purpose of this training or presentation is to provide you with some basic knowledge on how you yourself can paint your own room and have the satisfaction of completing your project without hiring a professional. We encourage you to take before and after pictures so that you may show off your results. There are 6 steps to this presentation. Step 1 is preparation. Step 2 is pour and mix. Step 3 is cutting. Step 4 is roller time. Step 5 is cleanup. Step 6 is storage and disposal. A few things that you should already know how to do before starting this project is how to dress properly, how to hold a paintbrush, and the difference between latex paint and oil-based paint. We recommend using latex paint for this project. Here are the things that you will need for this project. First is paint, a drop cloth, paintbrush, paint roller, a bucket, paint tray, and painter's tape. Given a drop cloth and painter's tape, participants will be able to prepare a room for painting by covering the floor and the baseboards. Now let's get started. Step 1. Preparation. After you gather your material, cover the floor with the drop cloth and apply tape on the baseboard. Step 2. Pouring and mixing. Given a painting stick and painting tray, participants will mix paint and pour it into the painting tray to ensure even mixture of color. In step 2, pouring and mixing, you will stir the paint with a painting stick to ensure there's no separation in the paint. Then you will pour it into the painting tray to be able to get an even distribution in the following step. Step 3, cutting. Given a paintbrush and a paint, participants will cut along the baseboard and in the corners to make the next step easier. After loading paint onto the paintbrush, paint in the corners and along the baseboards using long strokes. This will make the next step easier. Step 3, roller time. Using a roller, participants will load paint onto a roller and apply to the wall using the W method for even coverage. Now take your roller loaded with paint and use a W motion, working from the center out and back in again to the wet paint to limit the appearance of roller strokes. Step 5, cleanup. Upon completion, participants will properly clean and store paint supplies. First, gently scrape off paint from the paintbrush. With running water, wash it until the water runs clear. Wrap it back up in the packaging that you bought it in. This will help keep the shape. Step 6, storage and disposal. Given the scenario, participants will have the knowledge on how to properly store and dispose of any leftover paint. A highly recommended tip for storing your paint is to use mason jars. This will allow you to see the color of the paint that's inside, and it minimizes the amount of air that will be stored with your paint. Disposal of water-based paint like latex is safe for the environment. It is recommended that you pour cat litter into the can so that it will absorb the paint and minimize spill and leakage. Let's briefly go over what we just learned. Step 1, we prepared by using painter's tape and a drop cloth to protect our floors and baseboard. Step 2, we mixed and poured to ensure an even distribution of color in the paint. Step 3, we used long strokes to cut along in the corners of the wall and along the baseboard. Step 4, we used the W method to cover a larger area of the wall using a roller. Step 5, we cleaned up using running water and repackaging the paintbrush. And step 6 was storage, where it was recommended to use mason jars and cat litter to store and dispose of leftover paint. To help us improve future presentations, please answer the following questions.